From the birth of a nation to the present day, the leaders of the United States have left us with wisdom, inspiration, and a glimpse into the character of America. Welcome to a journey through history, as we share a profound quote from each of the 46 presidents. Get ready to be enlightened, motivated, and reminded of the enduring spirit of America. Our journey begins with the wisdom of George Washington, and continues through the voices of those who have guided this nation. Join us in this unique exploration of presidential insight and vision. Let's begin. George Washington.
It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one.
John Adams.
Facts are stubborn things, and whatever may be our wishes, our inclinations, or the dictates of our passions, they cannot alter the state of facts and evidence.
Thomas Jefferson.
I predict future happiness for Americans, if they can prevent the government from wasting the labors of the people under the pretense of taking care of them.
James Madison.
If men were angels, no government would be necessary.
James Monroe.
The best form of government is that which is most likely to prevent the greatest sum of evil.
John Quincy Adams.
In a free government, the security for civil rights must be the same as that for religious rights. It consists in the one case in the multiplicity of interests, and in the other in the multiplicity of sects.
Andrew Jackson.
The wisdom of man never yet contrived a system of taxation that would operate with perfect equality.
Martin Van Buren.
It is easier to do a job right than to explain why you didn't.
William Henry Harrison.
There is nothing more corrupting, nothing more destructive of the noblest and finest feelings of our nature, than the exercise of unlimited power.
John Tyler.
I can never consent to being dictated to.
James K. Polk.
I fervently hope that the bell that tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with the sword or with the pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons wending their way to the same goal.
Zachary Taylor.
I have no private purpose to accomplish, no party objectives to build up, no enemies to punish, nothing to serve but my country.
Millard Fillmore.
An honorable defeat is better than a dishonorable victory.
Franklin Pierce.
You have summoned me in my weakness. You must sustain me by your strength.
James Buchanan.
The test of leadership is not to put greatness into humanity, but to elicit it, for the greatness is already there.
Abraham Lincoln.
With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds.
Andrew Johnson.
Honest conviction is my courage, the Constitution is my guide.
Ulysses S. Grant.
The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
I am not liked as a president by the politicians in office, in the press, or in Congress. But I am content to abide the judgment, the sober second thought of the people.
James A. Garfield.
I love agitation and investigation and glory in defending unpopular truth against popular error.
Chester A. Arthur.
Men may die, but the fabric of our free institutions remains unshaken.
Grover Cleveland.
Though the people support the government should not support the people.
Benjamin Harrison.
Great lies never go out, they go on.
Grover Cleveland.
Sensible and responsible women do not want to vote. The relative positions to be assumed by man and woman in the working out of our civilization were assigned long ago by a higher intelligence than ours.
William Kinley.
War should never be entered upon until every agency of peace has failed.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
William Howard Taft.
Enthusiasm for a cause sometimes warps judgment.
Woodrow Wilson.
The world must be made safe for democracy.
Warren G. Harding.
America's present need is not heroics, but healing, not nostrums, but normalcy, not revolution, but restoration.
Calvin Coolidge.
The business of America is business.
Herbert Hoover.
Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Harry S. Truman.
The buck stops here.
Dwight D. Eisenhower.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
John F. Kennedy.
Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
The Great Society is a place where every child can find knowledge to enrich his mind and to enlarge his talents.
Richard Nixon.
I am not a crook.
Gerald Ford.
Our long national nightmare is over.
Jimmy Carter.
Government cannot solve our problems, it can't set our goals, it cannot define our vision. Government cannot eliminate poverty or provide a bountiful economy or reduce inflation or save our cities or cure illiteracy or provide energy.
Ronald Reagan.
Government is not the solution to our problem, government is the problem.
George H. W. Bush.
I have spoken of 1,000 points of light, of all the community organizations that are spread like stars throughout the nation, doing good.
Bill Clinton.
There is nothing wrong with America that cannot be cured by what is right with America.
George W. Bush.
To those nations that see no danger in the endless destruction of liberty and human dignity, I say, the United States and our allies will not be intimidated.
Barack Obama.
We are a nation of Christians and Muslims, Jews and Hindus, and non-believers. We are shaped by every language and culture, drawn from every end of this earth.
Donald Trump.
The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
Joe Biden.
This is America's day. This is democracy's day.
Thank you for embarking on this journey through the words of America's presidents. Their wisdom continues to inspire and guide us. As we reflect on the past, may these quotes remind us of our shared values and the strength of our democracy. If you found this video inspiring and educational, please consider liking and sharing it. Subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content that celebrates the essence of the world. Remember, history is our teacher, and the future is in our hands.